Good evening. We're live. We're back for another game of Mass Effect multiplayer. I'm going to create up a server here before I just jump into the Discord. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a great week. If you're new to the channel, I currently make videos on Mass Effect. I am working on some Dragon Age videos as well. And so yeah, we'll be some regular videos, and we do a Mass Effect multiplayer live stream every Saturday evening as well. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop us a hello in the chat. Make sure you can hear me okay. Curtis is there already. Nice to see you, Curtis. Hope you're doing well. Diana's here. Excellent. And Craig's here. Terry's here. How you doing all? Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. It is absolutely glorious here in the UK at the minute. I was just having a nice cheeky pims with the wife in the garden before we started. Apologies I didn't get a stream template up. I've not had a chance to log on today, so I normally try and get one of those so that you know it's definitely on. But yeah, we are here. We are live. Let's get somebody. Get ourselves a game going.
Hey, Tim.
Hi there, Curtis. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How do I sound today?
Do you sound very good? Yeah, you sound alright there, Curtis. Manning's here. Nice to see you, Manning.
Okay.
If by glorious you mean burning alive, then yep, glorious as hell. It is. I've had to crack out the old sun cream today. Don't normally do that. Usually just wear a hat. But I don't know the old chrome dome getting the old shiny. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Yeah, I decided to hook my headphones to my gamepad today. Sounds pretty good through it.
You might just want to move your mic away a little bit from your mouth there. That's all.
Okay. Okay, how's that?
That's better.
I'm still new using. Okay, I'm still new using these things, so. Kind of sound like Darth Vader, didn't I?
Yeah, that's just exactly right. Yeah. What's it like? 20 degrees. It was nearly topping 30, I think, at one point today. I mean, that's probably like jumper and sweat weather for you, but for us, it's yeah, it's pretty warm. Right, who am I going to be? What kind of money we got? Oh, we've got enough to get some. I better get some supplies, haven't I?
So who's all playing today, Tim?
Well, I think we've got one more slot open. So there's Craig and there's Manning here. Whoever wants to go first, if you're both playing.
Well, I can wait until next round.
Well, neither of them online at the minute, so but anyway, let's get some equipment. So
Okay. Okay, I jump right in there then.
so Manning doesn't moan at me. Make sure I take some med packs.
I would get some this time around, but I think I'll wait till next time. I want to save the credits, you know.
Right, who am I going to pick? We're waiting for one of these guys to log on. We'll decide who we're going to be. Now, I'm usually up for like trying new characters, but just lately I've not been impressed with them all.
kind of like this guy I've been using, the engineer guy I've been using.
Engineer. Which engineer you been using?
Uh, he has that turret with the that shoots out fire. You throw the here it is. Tyrion Saboteur.
Oh, I've not unlocked him yet.
You like him if you do get him.
Homing grenade, sentry turret, sabotage. It sounds like he's got some good perks.
I had to restart Origin.
I use him.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
As I say, I had to restart Origin. I think it's good now, but Craig can take my spot first if he's ready to go, since I had to redo it.
Save your creds for a special perk. Ooh, feedback.
Yeah, that was maybe because I had the stream on my phone and just joined.
That sounds weird, hearing your own voice.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
you sound like you're in stereo.
I think I was joining your game anyway, Tim, so I'll be there in just 1 second.
There we go. Sweet.
Sounded like you were going to say something, Manning, or maybe...
I was just going to say, yeah, while he's joining, can you check and just see if it shows me as online now? Because I think I fixed it, but I'll restart it again during the first round if it still says I'm offline.
It says you're online on my end.
There's a full team now. It won't let me invite friends.
All right, well, as long as it says I'm online, that's all I wanted to check. I was going to let Craig go first anyway.
I don't mind dropping out the next game if you do want to join.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Diana says that you're online, Manning.
Okay, cool.
Diana, what did you mean by the special pack? Do you mean like the premium like character packs, or?
Probably the equipment ones for manager.
Oh, I didn't put any like gear stuff on. Oops.
Oops.
Vector packs. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I read online on the Spectre packs you can get rare stuff. You know, I'm gonna try to get me that Krogan on there. I looked it up the other day. So I'm gonna try to buy more Spectre packs.
Yeah, I've still got a
Reserves
few.
pack. Sorry.
So I've got still got a few characters to unlock.
Weirdly enough, in the first Spectre pack I opened, I got a Krogan Battlemaster. So I was quite lucky.
The thing with Spectre packs is you get a slightly higher chance for ultra rare stuff, like the black bordered things. But if you just want characters, the reserve packs are still technically better overall, because you tend to get more, even though you might not get specifically ultra rare ones.
I guess I must have misread that.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all RNG anyway. I mean, I've bought reserves packs before and gotten 2 guns. It's like the most hilariously ironic thing in the world, but also kind of a piss off.
Okay, I got Rocket Man after me.
Rocket Man. I've got visions of Elton John kind of running around after you with a piano.
I'm sure
That's what I can think of with that.
I'm sure that song is popular for way more impressive things, but the first thing I always think of when people say that song is the Nicolas Cage movie, The Rock.
That's an awesome film, but I don't associate it to Rocket Man.
Well, he kills the one bad guy by literally calling him Rocket Man and then firing a missile at him.
Love in the Sky says the M99 Sabre, my favourite alongside the Mattock. I must admit, I am quite partial to this gun at the minute.
Have you guys heard William Shatner doing Rocket Man?
Ow.
I have not.
It's on
Why is that doing that? What's going on with my pad? No, that's not what I wanted. What's going on?
No, you're trying to shoot me there, Tim.
No, all my controls have gone all weird.
That was mine. That's what happened to mine when Windows did an update on it. That's on my wireless controller.
I can't use my Oh, what's going on? That's working properly.
Oh,
Object has been recovered. We are confirmed. Some sensitive flight records were lost in this area. Retrieve it and bring it in.
This is what you get for
What were you trying to do?
I was trying to get the you know, the shield boost.
Oh. Sorry, I'm really slow.
What is it? The left?
The ops pack, you mean?
No, you know when you hit the boost and it boosts your shields and your health. Can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, the thing is default key 6.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I was pushing that and it was taking out my rocket launcher.
Oh, yeah. Those, I don't know. They always seem to be like on a bit of like a weird delay. Like you'll hit the button, but then it'll take a second or two before it'll actually register.
Extraction zone.
Although I do know that if you're in the middle of an animation, you can't use it until the animation's over.
Yeah, I think it's a control pad. Obviously, I'm using a multiplayer. I probably should learn to play with keyboard and mouse, to be honest.
Oh, that's right. You guys are on controllers. I forgot.
Yeah.
Is your controller wireless or wired? Yeah.
Wired.
Down to the last enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, I always found there was too much of a delay with the wireless one.
Some good work down there. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Here they come.
I kind of like the one I got here about a month or two ago. It's not bad little control pad.
I have absolutely no idea. That's that. That's that. What's that one do?
Squad member has flatlined.
Ah,
Team member
How
is
did
hurt.
I go down? I do not deserve to live. Anyway, I'm just gonna gel myself before they get me.
Where's Curtis? There he is.
that Mr. Flamethrower got me twice. Yeah, just and Mr. Fire Hazard got me again.
Yeah, that works. That works okay.
sprung it, man, after me again.
Yeah, I think it might actually be a problem with control pad.
Sensors tell me only one left. Squad member offline.
Yeah, he's right over here.
Well done, team. Area clear. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Enemy force approaching.
What key did you say? It was F6, was it?
If you play on keyboard, the defaults are 1, 2, and 3 for your abilities, 5 for your rocket launchers, 6 for an op pack, 7 for metagel, and 8 for an ammo pack.
Squad member has flatlined.
Yeah, because I've got the mod on it. It's completely disabled the keys.
I can't see because your camera's in the way and covering it, but are you sure you bought ops packs and you're
Yeah.
not trying to use metagel? Because those are two different things.
Team member offline.
Yeah. Oh, I can use Medigel.
Well, you can use metagel when you're down. The ops packs are like when you're just still running around.
Yeah, but when I push that direction on my gamepad, it takes out my rocket launcher, which should be up on my gamepad.
Well done, team. Hostiles neutralized. They're down to 50% capability. A ship went down in this area carrying a canister of classified technology.
Yeah, when I push
Locate it back.
up on my
To the extraction zone.
when I push up on the gamepad, it acts like a
Object has been cleared.
melee attack.
We have intel that the Geth lost a device in this area.
Might just need to take the mod off and then put the mod back on again, I think. I'll try that for next week. I'm sure I can
Outstanding. Get back to
I
the
can survive without. Well, I probably can't, but you guys will pick me up, won't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll see. I can't go very fast.
How? You shooting me now? You!
Did any of you get a chance to
time to reload.
listen to the all the way through the podcast episode yet?
Here they come.
I haven't done the whole thing, but I'm about 2/3, 75%, maybe.
Yeah, I've done
I
about
do
half of
genuinely
it.
think I do genuinely think you're right, Tim, though, that like it sounds a lot better with it kind of trimmed down to have the bit that Manning was talking about, like the oh yes Reapers. I think is just a nicer intro to it.
Yeah.
I was mostly amazed that it somehow was like an hour and a half long. It didn't feel like that long when it was recording.
I suppose doing it in two halves kind of helped, didn't it?
Yeah, we did talk about Dragon Age for like half an hour in the first time we tried to record it.
All this time talking about Dragon Age, and Tim still thinks Wynn is a good character. I mean, I just shake my head.
Oh, that was a bit rude.
To be honest, I was never really particularly interested in that.
Oh man. God.
You know the weird thing though, speaking of Dragon Age, is apparently there's a fairly large part of the community that thinks Morgan's cat eyes are creepy. But I don't know, maybe I guess I'm in the minority, but I always thought they were like sexy and kind of like, because they're like unusual, but there's something like really like makes me want to talk to her when I see them. But apparently almost everyone thinks they're creepy.
I can
didn't
honestly
notice she even
say,
had them.
I was going to say, I can honestly say I've never noticed that she had any weird eyes.
Yeah, she has like full-on cat eyes.
Is that in Origins or is that in the position?
In Origin.
Origins. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that now.
Here they come.
Yeah, I need to get back playing that again. It's been a while since I played it. Dragon Age.
I mean, it was definitely difficult for me to get through for the first time. It's like I really struggled to get used to it, but it is a really good story when you get used to it. Like I really like the stuff in Redcliffe. Where you've got, actually, I won't say anything, but I like the stuff in Redcliffe.
My favorite part about Redcliffe, no spoilers, but you can literally just walk in, talk to the guy at the bridge, and then turn around and just leave and say, no thanks, and then...
I know, I need to do a video on that, to be honest. I know there's loads out there, but... take my take on it.
Damn it. Oh, I'm dead. Don't know why I had to say that 3 times, but just for emphasis.
That damn
I'm still
little
trying to
droid
figure out
got
the
me.
Easter egg in Redcliffe. Sorry, Curtis?
I said that little droid got me.
Terry says he agrees with everybody. He's like, she had cat eyes?
Yeah, do a Google image search of her. Just look at her face. She has cat eyes. Her pupils are like vertical slits. They're not normal pupil eyes.
Are you sure?
I'm fairly positive. It is entirely possible my eyes don't work, but I think I'm right. Or were you spending too much time looking at Win and you didn't even notice?
I mean, for all we know, Manning has cat eyes and thinks human eyes.
I mean, it's true, and I do. To be fair, I do still find new things out about Origin. It's like it wasn't until literally like a month ago that I realized Liliana can make poison.
Just firing all these in the wrong places.
I didn't know that either. But to be honest, I never really understood how poison works in the game.
I don't tend to use like the traps and the poison and the...
Oh, I don't either, but there's a couple little side quests right at the start in Lothering where if you can make traps and poison, it's a good little boost of XP like right at the start of the game.
It's really frustrating though if you don't know those side missions are coming and don't invest points in them, because then you got no choice but to miss them.
Yeah, or if you go out, because there's like 3 or 4 bounties on the bounty board at the Chantry, and you can like full on walk right by the Chantry and not even see it and go out in the field and kill some stuff, and then by the time you realize there's side quests, you've already killed everything and you can't claim the bounties.
I'm going to be perfectly honest here and say I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have recruited Liliana if I hadn't looked up the romance options and figured out where I could meet her.
You can't miss her, can you?
Yeah, you have to take part in that bar fight, don't you?
I don't think so. I don't think you have to go in there at all.
Because yeah, Logain's guys are in there and you have to like either kill them or tell them, just bring up a message that you're coming for them or whatever.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong, but I thought that was mandatory because I didn't think you could exit, because I thought after that bar fight that was what triggered the civilians at the end to try to kill you, and then that's when you could leave. Unless I'm just misremembering.
Oh, well, I don't know, it was my first playthrough, so more than likely I just didn't realise it was mandatory to go in there anyway.
That's alright, I figured out a way to save Liliana in my playthrough, where I was worried that she was going to die when I did a thing. I'm not going to try to spoil anything for Curtis, but I was worried she was going to die when I did a thing that involved a dragon, that I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait, I just won't bring her to the mission. And then when she talks to me in the camp afterwards, I'll lie to her and say everything's fine. And I didn't do anything untoward.
Yeah, I managed to get away with
Intel that squad members
all sorts of things by just not having Liliana in my party. So,
retrieve that object and bring it in.
You know what the weirdest thing about Liliana is? I don't know if it's just me, but I swear, like I like bringing Ogren and Sten, but I swear Liliana survives longer than both of them in combat, even though she has like a third of their health and wears lat armor.
you know, I still to this day haven't done Sten's loyalty mission to help him with his sword or whatever it was.
Yeah, you gotta help him find his sword. And I think Sten's just a bro. But yeah.
Yeah, I hardly ever
Like
use
the-
Sten.
Well, I think I've only ever gotten the influence to get that loyalty mission once, and I think the one time I did, like I only realised I had the mission at the end of the main story and didn't bother.
To be fair, I think Sten is that one character that I'm assuming most people who like play Mass Effect tend towards the Paragon side. And if you have Sten in your party and you try to play as a Paragon, you're just not ever going to get influence with them anyway.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
I do think it's really cool that he appears again in the comics, though.
I've never read any of the comics. I don't like the way that they force a cannon on that wasn't cool. Rocket in the face. Yeah, where they force a cannon situation on you. Because in the comics, Alistair's king.
Spoiler alert, Tim. This is right here.
I'm like, well what if he's not king? What I do like about the the Mass Effect, like the comics and stuff, they don't touch anything that you can possibly change.
True. I do kind of wish they just made like alternate ending comics where, you know, they can make, instead of just making one ending canon, why don't you just do different stories, you know, ahead of different outcomes.
Be like those old choose your own adventure novels.
Yeah, I guess. Except it'd be like a whole dedicated comic for like an ending where so and so happens, because I don't want to spoil all the endings.
I mean, I get that, but I wonder, like, I'm assuming it's probably just too cost prohibitive.
And I mean,
Well, I mean, like, so if you have to make, even if you keep it to just like the big, huge things, you'd have to make what, like, probably 3 or 4 comics to tell the same story, and then people would have to, you'd have to point out, you like buy this one if you did this kind of thing. I mean, that just seems like, I don't know. It's like, I guess, like what Tim said, like in the novels for Mass Effect. Like, I just reread Retribution, and they mention Shepard once, and it's in one sentence, and it's just the Elusive Man saying that he took the ship and, like, buggered off somewhere. And then that's the extent of Shepard's involvement in the book. It doesn't say what gender they are, it doesn't say what they did, but the collector base doesn't say anything. It just said Shepard took the ship and left.
yeah, I do kind of like that they do that with the Mass Effect comics, and to be honest, I perfectly understand the whole, like, how being annoyed with, like, the Dragon Age comics for that can be frustrating.
And I think beyond that, there's more than enough, like, content. Like, you could tell so many stories that wouldn't, like, have any impact on the games, but just would, like, help flesh out the world. I mean, like, that, I love that they did that with, like, the Mass Effect comics. Like, there's a whole bunch of comics dedicated to, like, Maya Brooks's life as a child and why she turned out to be like a crazy psychopath, and then when she was dating Kai Lang, and then why she hates Miranda and stole Shepard's clone. I mean, like, that adds nothing to the game. Well, I mean, I guess that adds a little to the game, but it's still a really interesting story that, as a Mass Effect fan, I would have read regardless.
Mm.
Mm.
A good game though, guys. We managed to. I think we all got out of that one.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Do you want me to step out, Tim?
No, I think Diana's going to stop out of this one. And then, if you don't mind doing the next one, then Curtis.
Oh, I can.
It's alright, it's already gone. It's already gone.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
I do like that we have such a great team that...
One of these days, we're going to have to stage our own coup and force Tim to spectate 4 of us.
Yeah, Tim, why do we all have to leave and you don't?
Because it's my stream.
Yeah.
Right. Equipment. Get some equipment going. Drill rounds. They sound pleasant.
The drill rounds are nice because they let your gun shoot through walls if it otherwise couldn't, like if you don't have the mod on or whatever.
Quite cool. Does it help against armor and stuff as well?
I think so, and I think they give you an overall damage boost too.
Do you know what I would love? Sorry to completely veer the conversation. But I just had a random thought and figured, wouldn't it be amazing if the next Mass Effect did the whole Dragon Age Origins thing where you pick where your character comes from and you've got like a brief period of like living your character's life in that sort of background?
Oh, Talon Mercenary also bugs the configuration. Then that probably means I need to try a different character and see if it's the game bugging out or if it is my controller.
I tend to agree with you, Craig. Like it's, I mean, like it would just be fun to like not like it was cool, like a Mass Effect 1 where it just immediately drops you off on Eden Prime and just go boom, like you hit the ground running. But it would be nice, like, you know, start with a bit of a slower pace.
Yeah, I just meant it would also kind of like add a bit more personality and like make your story feel a bit more different every time you play as well. You know, a bit more replayability.
Yeah, you mean like in Dragon Age?
Yeah, like you could start off as a so and so mercenary, or I don't know. Like you could be a mercenary, or you could have originally been in Cerberus or whatever. Because I know that they wouldn't do like you. I don't think they'd do something as extensive as like you could literally do a Alliance story entirely or a Cerberus story entirely, but having like an origin story like that would be cool. Like in Dragon Age Origins.
I almost wonder if they could do something like SWTOR does and just have like starting planets or starting whatever you want to call them, and then you could just, depending on what your class is or what your faction is, you start, depends where you start, and then you can like join the main game proper after spending 3 or 4 hours on your starting area.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I mean, but like, yeah, I mean, ideally I would like to spend as much time on an origin, like you say, but I feel like they wouldn't go to the extent of it being 4 hours if they were to do it. Just because, I don't know, the amount of development time I guess it would take.
Well, never say never. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it would be very cool if they announced that though.
Right, we'll see what happens with this. You notice the guys are narrowing.
Oh, okay.
You notice you guys are narrowing mission time completion.
So we're getting it done quicker, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for
Tim
that.
brought Metagel, and then it worked. He almost forgot equipment, but one step at a time.
We'll get there. We'll get there. All right.
Next week we're doing platinum, yeah?
That means, yeah, we're getting better.
Tim's still learning.
Next week platinum?
What does it say? What do they say? That sometimes you have to run before you can walk?
I'm getting confused now. What?
In this case, running would be going down a lot. Because we've done that. Well, to be fair, I guess to learn to run or keep go off, go down.
Oh, Diana, you're right. It's the mercenary. It's the Talon mercenary that's messing all my controls up.
Oh yeah, didn't she? Now that you mentioned that, didn't she say last week that that one specific character sometimes caused a bug or a glitch?
I didn't think that was it last week. I must have missed that last
I remember
week.
someone saying that. I don't know. Maybe I got the time wrong. Maybe it was longer than a week.
Haha, now I can see through the walls, and now I can shoot through the walls. Come have some. I need some. I've got some proximity mine.
You're back into the game, Tim.
Hell yeah. Oh no, that's the wrong button. What have I pushed there? That's not my mine. What did that do? Ooh, what's going on there, look?
Try to shoot me again, Tim?
Trying to save your ass. Trying to save your ass, Curtis.
So did you guys
Oh.
know that
Oh, okay.
Bruce
okay.
Lee had a sister?
Okay.
Who had a sister?
Bruce Lee.
Oh, is this
She
one of
was a
your...
martial arts master too, but well, he was like pretty direct and forceful. She was a lot softer and more delicate. Her name was Gingerly.
Yeah, they're getting worse. They're getting worse.
I had to slightly think about that for a little longer than I should have.
Sweet, you can like revive me from the other side of the wall. Ow. I probably should be on the other side of the wall.
Just come join the
Wasn't
team.
that a Pink Floyd song? The other side of the wall.
Banging.
I'm here.
I'll tell you what though, it's a shame we couldn't get that podcast on Spotify, because I do listen to probably too many podcasts on Spotify.
Once we get enough... Yeah, once we get enough, like, listener base, then... I mean, it just costs a bit extra, that's all. Put it on Spotify. Apple Podcasts, you could get it on.
When you say extra, do you mean you had to pay originally to get on Podbean or whatever it was?
No. Well, the plan I'm on with Podbean is the free one. that'll only take you up to so much, and then once you get to a certain level of downloads, then you have to pay for the next kind of tier of hosting. But at the current plan, then they put it on like a load of different podcast apps for free. The wire are quite small, it's all right. But yeah, once we get bigger,
We should probably.
Then-
Oh, actually, yeah. Last time we recorded, we didn't decide on the topic for the next one, did we?
Clear. Good work. That's it. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Or are we just going to the original Anderson plan?
Bogies incoming.
I don't know. We can work out what we want to talk about next. But yeah, once we get like a bit bigger in that, we can start up a Patreon page, and if people want to donate and stuff, then that will cover the cost of getting onto things like Spotify and ow.
Climbing up a ladder that they got me.
Oh, a lot going on here. The Scions. Ah, there's a... Don't even think about it.
Oh, damn it. I'm not going to. Oh, wave ended anyway.
50% capability.
Hate collectors, yeah. I'm not too fond of them myself.
Personnel in the area. Locate those targets. You know what to do.
Ah, somebody in the comments of one of the videos said that I should do a video on how the collectors were supposed to be in Mass Effect 3, and they were in a trailer, but I couldn't find them in a trailer at all. Were they supposed to be in Mass Effect 3 before they changed it?
Get the targets down. Keep on. New enemy target spotted.
What's going on with my laptop?
Confirmed. Target down. Last high value target spotted. Take him down. Targets are down. Let's
Ah, it's because I'm not plugged in, that's why. Laptop keeps turning off.
squad member down.
Do you leave the Matrix?
Yeah, it's trying to... There we go.
There is no spoon.
Keep trying to save power on me.
What if I told you that Morpheus never actually says "what if I told you" in the movie?
Well, none of it really happened anyway, did it?
What if I told you there was only one Matrix left?
Yeah, as far as unnecessary sequels go, 2 and 3 were pretty bad. Well, not bad, but they didn't need to exist.
I mean, the fourth one was not as bad as the 2 and 3. Obviously, can't beat the original.
The 4th one was awful. I think they were trying to be meta or make it a comedy or something, and it did not work.
Kind of liked the meta-ness of it, personally.
Trailer, yeah, Diana. So, well, I couldn't find anything, like a Mass Effect 3 trailer that had the collector's in it. So I don't know if what they were saying was true or not.
I've never heard that before, but at the same time, I also always kind of felt it was a little weird how you just, like, killed all of them at the end of 2. Like, you'd think the Reaper, like, they were still useful. Had to have been useful to the Reapers. And, like I said, there's no way you killed all of them.
Yeah. And they had all these different assets, model assets, for multiplayer.
Stay alert.
If you created them all for multiplayer, why would you? I suppose I suppose you're right there. It might be a fan-made trailer.
Good job.
But I'm glad it's not just me, because I thought I was going crazy.
It's alright, Tim. I thought I made a mistake once too, but then I was wrong.
Run away, run away, run away, get off the wall!
Shield down.
Ow. Oh, can he not roll? He can't roll. You can get stuck to a wall. Does that quite well.
Squad member down.
Hey, get off the wall.
Hang tight.
Oh my god. Waste my precious missile energy.
That could be. Could be like one of them games where we get the bad guys sticking to the wall.
Oh, hello. Hollywood guy. How you doing? Nice to see you. I don't actually have to rush off tonight as well. So we can go as long as my camera has battery. It's about 2 hours.
Okay. This game.
I'm here.
If provided that everybody's like still awake.
Shield down.
I'll probably stick around on stream for a little bit, but I don't think I'll play for too much longer because I don't know, I've been struggling to sleep lately and I need to, well, sleep.
How much time do I have left? What are we on? Probably about another hour-ish. When did I start the camera? About 9:15. Yeah, probably about an hour 15 minutes. So
Just shoot a missile at it.
I ran out of missiles.
and the collector's a bit overpowered. Perfect aiming. Taurians hit you through walls. Cyan will. Yeah, they are a bit frustrating. I suppose they are in the main game as well. I don't like the.
They're just tedious, especially the Scions.
Yeah.
Like, you can poke your head out from cover for half a second, and a Scion from 400 yards away with pinpoint accuracy will hit you while firing from the hip and light you on fire, so you can't even regenerate your shields for like 10 seconds. It's like they couldn't have made a more annoying enemy if they tried.
Nicely dodged.
Is everyone watching me?
I tried to kill that thing a while ago, get ready to pull my missile out.
Yeah, you're the only one left.
You have to put pressure on me.
Oh, okay. That's the only enemy left, if that helps.
Oh, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
screw up.
That was a bit
I
scary.
always do worse when I know people are watching me.
Duck and shoot, duck and shoot.
I was trying to missile it, but it grabbed me from like 10 yards away.
I think he's lost you.
How's its health? Like, we can't tell.
It's lost a bit. Keeps regenning, so. I don't know, I'm making a dent in the armor. That hurts.
Oh, knocked him over. Is it a possessed one as well? It is, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, I wasted time.
Yeah,
I really need
get
to
it
just get
right.
ammo and just spray it with my submachine gun.
I love how in Mass Effect 2, if you shoot a Krogan with a submachine gun, they'll actually call you out for it.
I've never heard that. I need to try that.
Yeah, they'll be like, why don't you try using a real man's gun?
Mass Effect 1, the AI wasn't that smart, but then it progressed to be more accurate and fast moving. You know, the Mass Effect 2 in that, they kind of put a lot more emphasis on the combat, didn't they? Moved away from the kind of RPG kind of stance that they were going for with 1. It's a bit of a transitional from like Baldur's Gate era to third person shooter kind of.
Well, I'm almost 100% sure that if Mass Effect 1 had come out 2 years earlier, it would have almost 100% been turn-based combat.
Quite possible.
I wouldn't have necessarily hated that, but I definitely think that would have made a lot of people not buy it.
I'm not really a fan of those personally. They're making progress on it. I need more ammo on my submachine gun. And it's going to start regenerating itself. Well, the thing is, if I don't keep shooting.
Well, guys, the other day I found someone on Twitch playing Mass Effect for the first time.
To be fair, I wish I could play it again for the first time. I do feel jealous of people that, oh no, what?
I got it, it's fine. I was prepared for it.
Do you know if you turn your repair matrix or whatever it's on, whatever it's called on right before you die, it'll bring you back without needing to use a metagel.
I know that's what brought me back.
Oh, I didn't see your eyes green.
Oh no, I did. I don't think I've got any metagel left.
Still need to get used to XCOM and XCOM 2. Oh, Hollywood guy, make sure you check out the channel in probably about a week, 2 weeks time. I'm working on a video for XCOM and XCOM 2 that has the Mass Effect mods for it. So it's mostly an XCOM and XCOM 2. Well, it's an XCOM 2, not the first one. XCOM 2 video, but it is tied to Mass Effect in some way. So.
Oh, that
Yay.
was too close.
You know, another thing you can do with that character, if you have the grenade boost, like so you can have extra grenades, if you have that piece of equipment, your repair matrices count as grenades, so you can have extra of them.
Ooh. I actually kind of forgot I had grenades.
If you play as a Turian, the stim packs count as grenades too.
Not being stupid, but how do I use the grenades?
Ow. Where are you? Ah. Oh, I've got none of them left.
Thank you, thank you. Ah, thank you.
I love Final Fantasy Tactics, but no fan of XCOM. I've never tried Final Fantasy. I'm saying that.
Final Fantasy Tactics is pretty good, but I much prefer Final Fantasy Tic Tacs.
Sensors tell me only one left.
Is this from your like really bad book of jokes?
No, it's my lightning wit.
All clear. Good work. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
You know, if we were the Normandy crew, I do feel like Manning would be Joker.
You throw me out the airlock.
Yeah.
I need to start writing these things down though, because I swear people steal my ideas. Like I remember, no word of a lie, my first year of high school, we were doing English and Romeo and Juliet came up, and I was like, you know what made this 10 times cooler? If you kept the story the same, but put in vampires and werewolves, and then like 7 years later, Underworld came out. I was like, someone in Hollywood owes me lots of money.
Squad member offline.
Check fire!
What?
Amateur! There he
On keyboard, what's the grenade button again?
For that character, I think it's 3.
No, because 3's for the Matrix.
Yeah, well, that is your grenade for that character.
Oh, why have I still got the grenade icon? I thought you were saying it refreshes my grenades or something.
Yeah, no. So the repair matrix counts as a grenade. So like when you pick up grenades from ammo boxes, that refills your repair matrix.
Right. Okay. That's what it means.
And like if you're a Turian, it does the same thing with your stim packs.
That seems really overpowered. But I'm not complaining because this is difficult as it is.
Oh, was it gone?
It's following me, Tim.
Did that just... Oh, there it is. Oh, and by the way, Craig, I found out about a week ago that they only changed the name of Big Ben to Elizabeth Tower like 10 years ago. So I felt less bad when you were making fun of me for not knowing that, because it's only been fairly recent.
Oh, I don't know if, well, was I really making fun of you? I mean, I'm not, like, I don't know what I was going to say, but to be honest, like, I completely understand why, like, people don't know a lot of things, like, about, no one knows everything specific about every country.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just saying, I found out that it was a recent thing, and then I felt less stupid.
Hey, Ash.
I mean, it's common knowledge in this country, but I can understand why not every country would, educate every country about, like, some random tower in one specific country. To be honest,
There
I'm
are
not really
way
sure why
too many
big
sounds in that room.
I mean, I get why Big Ben used to be important, but, I don't know, see, it's getting so relevant now. Oh my god, there's 2 of them.
Well, it's
More.
probably a more important historical attraction than the giant Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Hey, random. See you sneaking. Oh, I'm too busy looking at the chat, look. I could have used one of my med packs. Where have you come from?
I mean, if I were to pick a landmark in London, I'd just pick Buckingham Palace, to be honest.
Or Hyde Park.
Or just not go to London.
God. And it's like 26 degrees in this room. You leave a window open up, and that's it. It's just like an open invitation for the entire cast of Bugs Life to come in and annoy you.
Do you not have a screen?
No. That'd be too logical.
You sure it's got the collectors after you, Tim?
The big one and all. I don't even know where it's gone. Blah.
Does the UK really have, like, giant spiders or anything like that? Or is it just, like, annoying insects?
We don't have dangerous spiders.
But any spider is a big spider.
I honestly don't. I don't mind spiders personally.
Like, bigger than half an inch?
Anyway, hello, random. I didn't see you sneak in there. Or I got freaked out by the giant flying beast.
This might be the end.
Oh, wave 10.
Has anyone got a violin they've been playing for the night? I could play some Coldplay. Actually, another idea for an episode of the podcast is we could theorize a little bit about that Dragon Age series.
Yeah, could. Apparently, it's going to be released all at once, isn't it? Not going to be
It's
like
a
a
Netflix show, so
yeah.
possibly.
It was great timing. The swarm appeared just as he died in real life. Yeah, it's like it's a 3D effect, I think. Was it 4D? Random's good. Went to see the new Thor movie last night. Are they good? Didn't realise that was out.
I found it. I thought Christian Bale was great.
Did he play Batman again?
No, he played a crazy person, imagine American Psycho, but even more crazy, I guess, and creepy.
Two of them.
I do genuinely feel as well they
Ah, no!
I do feel
I
like
literally could not move.
So close. Wave 10, look.
I do genuinely feel like they actually nailed Jane Foster as Thor though, because they actually gave her a struggle before she kind of, stepped up. It kind of made you feel sorry for her and sort of, didn't make her crazy powerful. But there was a certain thing that did bother me, not about her character, but about something else, which I won't spoil because it's pretty big.
Did they make her fat like they did to regular Thor?
I did hate Fat Thor to begin with, but I kind of, in a way, thought that he could have been like a fat, wise Thor like his dad, as the more I thought about it. But, yeah, I guess that's not happening anymore anyway.
You want me to step out, Tim?
If that's alright, Curtis. We'll bring Diana back in.
It's alright, it's getting late, I'm leaving anyway.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll stick around in stream, but, yeah, Curtis can stay in the lobby.
Okie dokie.
Just when I find.
Yeah, I think he likes to watch me get killed.
It's Tim that I would like watch dying, guys.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Open a raid.
I had a really cool idea though from Hollywood guy that being an Andromeda DLC for the new game, like something that ties the two games together as a DLC would be very cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave the Discord chat now, but I'll still be in stream chat.
No worries. Thanks for the game.
All right. Make sure Tim behaves, guys.
Equipment. Let's get some equipment going. Ooh, explosive rounds. They sound fun. Anyone see an Andromeda DLC for the new Mass Effect game? I don't know. They did say that the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy was intentional in the trailer. I kind of get the impression it's going to be more of a dual kind of game, kind of linking both of them together rather than being a rather than like a separate.
I did saw you post on about what your 3 favorite franchise.
I'm in the image of the Mass Effect to notice a dead Geth in the sand. Yeah, the Geth are going to. I should imagine they're going to definitely going to be heavily involved in it because obviously the outline of the whole crater is a Geth as well, isn't it? And I think there's about 3 or 4 dead Geths in it. Look towards the crater. But apparently there's like five different things in there.
This location has been overrun. Brace for incoming enemies. Secure the area.
Which I don't think everyone's found all the secrets.
Well, because once they find them all, they'll stop looking.
Team member has gone dark. Team member offline.
You know, with the proximity, not proximity mine, the remote mine. Does it light up on your Omni tool or something when somebody's within range of it? Or do you have to watch it?
Yeah, it just shows like a little tiny image of like what the mind can see.
Anyone tell me who are the Jardine? Are they Geth or a new Hungarian species?
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Jardine? Aren't they from Andromeda?
Do a sweep of the network. Grab what you can.
Well, there was a Jardin, wasn't they?
Yeah, they're from Andromeda.
Oh. Yeah, I know the feeling there.
Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Going to be a kick in the pants if they make the Geth our enemy again. They worked hard to make. I don't think they will. I think Mass Effect 1 you've had your Geth as your enemy. But I think
Well,
they'll be
Kid's gonna rant about this vacuum now.
well, that's all been resolved, isn't it? Everyone can live happily ever after. And the vacuum cleaner can come sit on
I'm
the sofa
glad
with
that
you.
you've made peace with your vacuum cleaner.
Ow.
Squad member offline. Team member has gone dark.
But yeah, I do think they're going to be heavily involved in the story somehow.
Squad member in trouble. I got you.
Andromeda was only possible because of Geth, wasn't it?
Outstanding work.
They were using the Geth's telescopes to look at Andromeda in the first place.
Bogies incoming.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Geth did make a faster than light telescope.
Check fire.
That might have been a waste of a missile, Curtis. It was almost dead.
Oh, okay.
Does this vacuum
Yeah,
have a
I already
soul?
got 2 missiles.
No, is the answer. The vacuum does not have a soul.
So how did you finally make peace with your vacuum?
I shared a beer with it.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Ow. Ow. Ooh, hello. Executed by... Ah, how rude.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy down to half strength. Enemy scramblers are disrupting our long-range communications. Get back and find that device. Got it. Now!
Oh, hello.
I'm injured. Squad
Ah, come on. That's a bit rude.
I saved your life.
Thank you, Curtis.
I sometimes forget this guy can teleport through walls.
We're disabled. Keep going.
Your guy.
Yeah. This guy and I think the female Taurian. I don't know if those are the only two, but yeah, they can go through walls.
The which guy you got?
The or N7 slasher, I think he's called. The guy that was supposed to be Kai Lang.
Ah, okay. I'd love a TV series of Mass Effect, but the perspective of Grunt from Earth, as it all goes away. Oh, that's just rude. How are you shooting me? You can't see me.
Team member offline.
So much for the invisibility stuff.
Team member offline.
Have you guys saw the new Elvis movie yet?
No.
It beat Tom Hanks in Top Gun.
I'm reading only one more left.
I heard it's quite good though.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
My favorite Tom Hanks movie was Mazes and Monsters.
Enemies
I
inbound.
have seen it. Got it. Yep. Whoa. Comes the Banshee. Tom Hanks has never played a villain, but he played one on this one.
Ow. Run, Curtis, run.
That's what I'm trying to do. I think he's after me.
Squad member has flatlined.
Forrest Gump for a horror guy. Favourite Tom Hanks movie?
That was a good movie, but it had some really stupid, like, continuity errors in it.
Oh, when he meets all the famous people.
No, like when he meets the president, because he's allegedly with like the All-American football team. Like when he allegedly met with the president was like 4 months after the All-American team would be announced. Just small stuff like that annoys me in movies. It's like, come on, guys, just do a Google search.
Enemies approaching.
And he tells the president he wants to use the bathroom.
Oh, plowing through them. Oh, hello.
One of my favorites is if you watch the original 1978 Halloween, which is supposed to take place in rural Illinois. There's a part where Lori and her friends are walking home from school, and you can very clearly see a palm tree on one of the streets. And I'm like, come on guys, there ain't no palm trees in Illinois. At least none that I've seen.
Some fine work, team. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemies inbound.
Oh, Chloe. I think that made her mad.
Squad member in trouble. Team member is hurt.
No way.
Team member is hurt.
Pretty much stuffed.
Squad member has flatlined.
Ah. Got ambush.
Favorite Pixar film? Oh, that's a tough choice, that one. Get rid of that fly, it's driving me crazy.
I kind of want to say the original Toy Story, but I also really liked Brave.
I haven't seen Brave. I really do like the Toy Story films. I like the Incredible films.
Stay alert. Enemy is
What else is there? Quite like Cars, the first one. I ain't seen any others. I've heard Up's supposed to be really good.
Up is like the most depressing movie ever made.
Oh, that was a bit rude.
Oh no.
Find those targets and shut them down. Hands and devices are
go in there. I can trap it in there.
Team member has gone dark. Target offline. Squad member offline. Squad member down.
Fan attack.
Located.
Wally, I've not seen Wally. I've heard that's quite good too.
Was the
Oh,
first car the one where they ended up in like an airplane race, or was that one of the other ones?
an airplane race.
I know I have vague recollections of one of them where they get stuck at an airport in Iceland or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. It was definitely a Pixar movie though.
The thing is, I can't see. Looking at the screen, I can't see if it's flown into the room. I can trap it in. Oh, watch out, Diana. There's a big freaky thing behind you. Banshee, that's the word. What the name was.
The Banshee followed me through the wall.
Favorite
likes
Resident
you.
Evil movie? I would have to go with Welcome to Raccoon City, mainly because it sticks way more closely to the games than all the others. It's like you say, all the others are bad.
Are we talking live action? Because if it can be any, then I'm going to say Degeneration.
Oh, Degenerations, yeah, brilliant. Get in there, look.
Get to the extraction area.
Although Vendetta was pretty good too.
No, Vendetta was bad.
You just said Welcome to Raccoon City was good. Was good.
Vendetta's gone all like John Woo. That
You mean
gunplay,
like it?
gunplay, dancing, shooting.
I mean, at this point, Leon, which is basically a ninja, which is pretty impressive because he's like 45.
That was Chris.
No, well, Chris just fists boulders.
Oh, oh no, oh no.
You have no idea how depressed it made me the other day when I was reading the Resident Evil wiki, and I realized that according to the canon, Rebecca's 42, married, and has 2 kids. I've never felt so old in my life.
Squad member in trouble. Team secured. Outstanding work.
Nice. Right, I think I've got enough battery for one more round. If I can make sure I'm gonna get. Ah, it's in there, it's in there. Trapped it.
I can do a bronze round, but I don't want to. I gotta get the girl going in about 30 minutes, so I don't want to chance it with another silver. Or I can step out if you want to do one more silver.
No, I'm happy with the bronze.
I need to start practicing on the silver.
I don't think you have to, Dana, unless you don't really like doing bronze. I think Craig, I think he's done for this evening. That's what he said anyway. Ooh, we've got a Quarian Marksman. Any good?
I don't think I had that one. You got a new gun too.
So a quick look at the Quarian Marksman. So does that mean they're going to be an infiltrator or a soldier?
I think there's both.
Level up, level up. Oh yeah. Ooh. Tactical scan, marksman and sabotage. I'll probably try them out next time. Yeah, I think we've got about 15 minutes that we need to finish this in. Otherwise, it's going to go dark on my end.
Tim will turn into a pumpkin.
I don't think it takes long for a bronze, though, does it?
Not when we're all as good as we are.
We could have done. Hey, you could have started on platinum.
Oh, so what's your Hollywood guy, by the way? What's your favourite Resident Evil film?
A strategic area has been compromised. Area is uncontrolled. We need you to lock it down. Roger.
Troopers! Enemy! All fire!
That's all of them. Good work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
What's on the menu tonight, then, Manning?
I think lamb and hot dogs.
Nice.
I got the hot dogs.
You have mustard and onions and ketchup and...
Mission accomplished.
Mustard and hot sauce only. Maybe a little bit of diced onions.
Reload.
That's pretty nice.
You're looking for a military hard drive lost in this area.
The very first one. The first one, yeah, it's not too bad. It does...
You got it. Now get back to the extraction.
It does have a semblance of... Oh, hello.
Apocalypse, I think, stuck the closest to the games, but I think my biggest problem is I never really liked Alice. She just was like super overpowered,
Yeah.
and she like I like Mila Jovovich as an actress, but for whatever reason in that franchise, she delivers all her lines like a robot with one speech setting.
Bring it back.
And she married to the director.
Action zone.
Yep. Which is funny because I always thought she married Bruce Willis at the end of Fifth Element.
Maybe they'd fallen out.
You know, the Fifth Elephant is a very underrated sci-fi movie, though.
I had a complete meltdown. I have no idea where I was.
Apparently, Gary Oldman said he hated being in that movie, which is weird because, like, from watching it, it just seems like he's having a blast.
Outstanding work. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Craig wants to know why not both for your hot dogs.
Here they come.
Why not? I did say both. Mustard and hot sauce. And onions, maybe.
God, I love that move. Pop up behind him and stab him in the face.
Enemies down. Good shooting.
Best hot dog I ever had, though, is in Seattle. They have this thing at Mariners games where it's like a 2-foot-long bratwurst with cream cheese and fried onions. It's so good.
The best one I've ever tasted was in Berlin. It was the currywurst. Just, oh, beaut.
Like with proper Thai curry.
I have no idea. Where did you go?
Mission accomplished. Enemy forces at half strength.
I think I'll have macaroni and cheese tonight.
They've got one of our drones. We need its
Ow,
contents
ow,
uploaded
ow.
before the enemy cracks its encryption.
Tim, they're shooting you.
I know.
Keep close to the drone. Squad member down.
I'm dancing around like a ballet dancer. Ranch on
Did you
pizza.
really not like
And you're the
Vendetta
team
just
leader,
because it
so-
had like some ninja dance gunplay or whatever
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to call it?
I mean, they had some good parts in it, but that just ruins it. That whole scene on top of the building where they're flipping back and forth and shooting and... What?
So you mean like every scene Wesker's in the live action movies?
Well, yeah, the live action music is just awful anyway.
Also, speaking of did you know apparently Wesker and Barry are supposed to be the exact same age? Like Wesker looks like a salt like 10 or 15 years younger than him.
The beard that does it.
This mission checking upload. It's good.
Ranch on pizza. I've never tried ranch on pizza.
Apparently, Alfredo on pizza instead of tomato sauce is supposed to be amazing.
I wouldn't mind trying it. I like ranch. I like it on my burgers. No, I've never tried it on pizza.
I've tried ranch on pizza. It's not too bad.
You know the angry video game nerd, right, Tim?
Yeah.
I remember, man, it must have been like 10, 12 years ago now, but him and a bunch of people ordered like 10 like plain just cheese pizzas and then made every pizza that the Ninja Turtles ate in the cartoon show. And
pretty
it's
cool.
amazing how awful some of them were.
Oh, what way are we up to?
7, I think, maybe 8.
Maybe 8. I think I've got about
I
5
remember-
minutes left on battery. You don't remember what?
I remember in an episode of Fresh Prince, Will Smith said that the trick when you're going to like a house party with a lot of people is you make sure one of the pizzas is always pineapple anchovy, so that way you know no one's going to eat your pizza.
Yeah, but then you've got to eat it. If it's cheap pizza, then yes. Yes to ranch.
Ranch is kind of like blue cheese, like you can put it on almost anything and it'd be good.
See, I only like blue cheese if I'm having red wine.
Although one thing I will say, and I'll firmly draw a line in the sand on this, is if you're having chicken wings, blue cheese is a million times better than ranch for dipping.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping.
I bought a
Enemy force
pizza from
approaching.
Walmart. It had ranch dressing on it.
Blue cheese, red
Not
wine,
bad. Different.
and white ranch. British fine course.
Wait, though, when you say blue cheese, do you mean like actual like pieces of blue cheese or like the dressing?
The actual blue cheese. Like with
Okay.
the veiny blue vein stuff.
Okay, so you don't put like like blue cheese dressing in your red wine then?
No.
But do you need crackers when you have wine and cheese, or do you eat just the cheese on its own? Or
Sometimes
grapes
crackers.
or anything?
Yeah. I don't know. I like a nice cheese board.
We have a classified package from a downed ship in your area.
Hostile!
Locate it and bring it back. Outstanding. Get back to the evac zone.
Run away, run away, run away.
Are you big into pairing wine with food, or do you really care?
No, I don't really care.
Like, would you ever, like, if you're having chicken, would you ever have red wine, or do you think do you have to have white because it's chicken?
No, I don't really like white wine anyway.
Fair enough.
I used to prefer it, but once I got into my reds, I'm like, oh no.
I find white wine can very often be very bitter. Although
Yeah.
I guess that's probably like why people get it for like the acid taste.
Nicely done.
Enemy is regrouping. Rendezvous at LZ.
Got it. Fire, let's go.
You dip your Doritos in red wine. What?
Oh, Doritos and red wine sounds amazing. Little Cool Ranch, jalapeno cheddar. Actually, you know what's really good too? Like, I swear this is a thing. Like, I'm not trying to like be stupid. Have you ever heard of vampire blood?
No.
Where you mix equal parts of red wine with Coke?
As in Coke is in the drink or Coke in the drug?
The drink.
No. No, I've not heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it with like an expensive red wine, but if you're just having like your regular everyday wine, it's actually like really good. But I mean, like, I like to cook with wine a lot, so that's kind of how I found that out. I mean, like, sometimes I even put wine in the food.
Try it before you deny it.
Shuttles in LZ. You've got to move, soldier. Team secured. That's all of them. Good work.
Sweet. Right, I'm going to make this quick because my camera might go off any second. So yeah, if it does while I'm saying goodbye to everyone, apologies. But yeah, thank you very much for the game. To Curtis, to Diana, to Manning, and to Craig. And thank you for hanging out, guys. Been great to see you as always. Thank you to Hollywood Guy, to Terry, to Random, and Diana. I've already mentioned you, I think, and Ashley was in. Thank you very much, and anybody that was watching that wasn't in the chat as well. But thank you for being here. It is much appreciated. We'll be back again next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. Around about the same time, just after 9 PM UK time. Hope you all have a great week, and take care of yourself. See you next time. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Take it easy.